Hey guys, this is Coach Carly, and you're watching Bull Time.
All right, we are back in a healthy amount of time. We haven't taken too much time off from April to May, excuse me. We're actually in the month of June and in the back half of June. We are in the beginning half of June, which is great. I'm glad that I was able to get to this earlier, literally as we're recording this about like 30 minutes before I actually started posting more YouTube stuff and just made a post. Literally, we were just talking about more social media content, and I have failed. I have failed miserably. I'm trying to get out more consistent stuff. The problem is I'm just not a content creator, and it's really hard to just post a ton of stuff. And maybe it's going back to the roots that I had back when, and just posting client videos and just going for it, I just haven't invested that time, and I know that it's something that I need to do, and I know people want to see it. It's just a matter of I just haven't. So my apologies on that, but we are in the recap in the month of May. We technically had 4 events, but on 3 days, 3 different weekends. The first 2 competed on the same day. Actually, my wife went to go handle Nicole, so I'll get to talk about that a little bit. So we had 4 events over the course of the month, and we had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 different athletes compete. So that's fun. That's a lot of fun to see that come to fruition, and honestly, another good month that we've had. First up, we had the Ladies of Iron meet. So the Ladies of Iron is why there's 2 meets on the same day, essentially the exact same meet, because they both compete in what we call the United States Ladies of Iron. And that's, all 17 states that participated in that. And they got an opportunity to compete all at the same time against all the weight classes across the world. Or across the country, because they all competed at the same time. So even if you're on West Coast versus East Coast, you all started at the same time, which is actually kind of cool. But I was in the New York Ladies of Iron, and my wife went to go handle Nicole over in the Massachusetts Ladies of Iron. So I'll talk about Nicole first. This was our first meet together. She was a referral from one of my wife's good friends, Kate, who also lives in Boston, which we saw a couple of years ago when we went there for a meet. So this was Nicole's first meet. She kind of wanted to do it as like a bucket list thing. She trained this way at her CrossFit box, and she absolutely did a great job. The only command, she missed 1 on commands, and she missed 1 on strength, or a command. I can't remember, but it was both benches. So it is what it is. Bench is the most technical of all the lifts. We still went 7 of 9 and totaled 345 kilos for her first meet, which is pretty fucking cool. And Leah did a great job handling, as always. She's a vet. She knows what she's doing, and she got to spend the day out in Boston. So that was kind of nice for her to do that and be there with her friend and help me out. So that was awesome. While I was in New York doing the Ladies of Iron, I had 2 of my own athletes. We had Brittany Thomas, and this was our first meet together. She only did a push-pull prior to this meet cap that just happened in May. She never really squatted in a meet. So even still, if we did just her push-pull total, she totaled a 45 kilo total PR, which was awesome. Just under a 300-pound deadlift, and we just got just under a red plate at the meet. So it's really cool to kind of see that all come through for her. And then next up, we had Michelle Kurtowitz. I think I pronounced that right, Michelle, and I'm really sorry if I didn't. I apologize. I butchered your name if I didn't do that. But I call her Michelle all the time. She went 9 for 9 as well with a 15 kilo total PR. Just a really good meet for Michelle. Just a really awesome, executed, well-run meet for her. Literally, we talked about it at the meet. She ate and left no crumbs. We went in there fully hungry, ate, and left absolutely no crumbs. So I'm super excited about how well she did. It was just something that was, she worked her ass off. We were debating about doing a meet. She didn't really know where there was something close, and we were supposed to do the one that I was running in April, and we finally got an opportunity to have her compete at this one because it was close. So I'm really, really happy that it came out as well as it did. So that concludes our United States Ladies of Iron, the 2 different meets. For those of you who have not been a part of this journey for that long, no, this is not regular coffee. This is decaf coffee. I'm still on my no caffeine kick. I smoke decaf weed. I don't smoke cigars anymore. I drink decaf coffee. I drink sparkling water to curb the bubbles that I really like. I have caffeine-free pop at home if I really want it. I've been pretty much sober of everything for the last... since October. How many months is that? Like 8 or 9? I've been pretty much sober of everything for 8 or 9 months. Caffeine, tobacco, I guess you would call it, weed, and alcohol. I haven't been drunk in over a decade. I haven't been high in 2 years, and I haven't smoked a cigar in over a year, and I haven't had caffeine in, I guess, like something purely caffeine. Because I guess there is a little bit of caffeine in the decaf coffee. So yeah, it's been great. So yeah, trolls, no, this is decaf coffee, I swear. Get your sleep, eat well, and your body feel pretty good. Even for being a larger guy, I still get a good 7.5 to 9 hours a night on average. And I feel great. Like, I just turned 34, actually in the month of May, and I've never felt better mentally or physically. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, my body feels better. My body feels fantastic. My mind feels good. My body feels good. And I think it's just, not only a mindset that you put yourself in, but like, I don't have anything like stimulating me in a different kind of way. And it feels fucking great. So try it. You don't need all that pre-fucking workout or, all the Reigns that you guys drink or C4s, whatever it is. I don't know. I quit a cold turkey and it's worked. So I don't understand how people can like wean off of stuff because you still have that like stimulus. I've always been a cold turkey person. Like, if whatever I don't want, I'm done. I cut it off and I'm good to go. Anyways, sorry, that was a little fork in the road, and I took the other path. So next up, we had New York Primetime. That was our big annual meet that we run here at the gym. This year, we gave out an extra $1,000. We actually gave out $6,000 this year, as opposed to last year was $5,000. This was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty poor turnout. I'm definitely highly disappointed. Not a little bit in myself, but just in general, the turnout that we had. I mean, the quality of lifting was awesome. I want to get that out of the way and say that the quality of the lifting was absolutely fantastic. However, like, we just didn't get the draw that I was anticipating. And whether that's timing or whether that's the location of where I am as a facility in the Buffalo, New York region, it's not necessarily the easiest place to get to from outside of pretty much Columbus, Albany, or Pittsburgh, or Canada for that matter. This is definitely not the easiest place to get to from a lot of other places. So definitely a little disappointed in the turnout. I think a couple of reasons why that happened. One, they moved the Nationals to next year, June. So now we're about a year out from 2025 Nationals. So that's also about 8 months between. They changed the qualifying totals, and they changed the way that you have to qualify. So doing these high-level meets as a local level meet actually don't mean anything anymore to anyone. It's just a gateway to get to a state or a regional level meet that is intended for those people to qualify. I would have thought $6,000 was quite a bit of money to give out. However, literally 3 weeks after me running that meet, or a month after, I can't remember how far we are out from that, we actually had a guy running a meet down in New Jersey, Kevin Papa, 110 Supplements. He did an absolute killer job. Like, this is no shade to him. This is nothing. Like, I actually thought he fucking killed the idea. The only problem is with him killing his idea, killed my idea, because we were literally 3 to 4 weeks away from one another. Within the first week of me having signups, I had over 25 people sign up within the week. And I was like, great, we're going to fill this meet up. This is going to be awesome. Can't fucking wait. Little by little, over the next 2-3 weeks, we only got up to like 28. I was like, okay, that's more than last year. That's kind of cool. And then Kevin announced his Rising Tides meets. And he was also giving out like $25,000. So not only was he giving out over triple the amount of money, he's in a better location down in New Jersey, a little easier to get to for a lot of those downstate peeps. It's also closer from the southern states, so like getting there from Virginia or North Carolina is not that hard. So yeah, it just kind of killed our momentum, and that's quite okay. He did, again, Kevin fucking crushed what he was doing, and I hope that to God that meet is just going to be fucking slam dunk for years to come. I hope that that's the local meet of the year, and I hope that he just keeps running it and has just an absolute great turnout every year. You know, we are going to retire New York Primetime. It's just not worth it for us, especially with the change in how to get to nationals. I feel like these local meets are just not as important to a lot of these elite level lifters, whether they're doing PA or whether they're doing USAPL. They're always going to have to do something else if they're not going to nationals. So, and there's no sense in like putting all of this time and effort into this when it's just a local meet at the end of the day. So not a problem at all. It's just, you know, things didn't work out. You live and you learn. 2 years of a losing venture, and it just doesn't work. People had a great time. That's also because we just run a great meet between all of our spotters and loaders, between our athletes, between the help, between our media team, between Tyler and Kev, and all of the familiar faces that you always see at our meets. Like, everyone does their job so fucking well, and everyone does it to the point where they're not worried about anyone else doing their job or doing someone else's job. They just do their job, and everyone does it really well, and I'm fortunate to have that kind of team. So with that being said, we had our athletes that competed. We had Autumn Osgood, went 6 of 9, 5 kilos less than her best ever total, and she actually did hit a squat PR. We probably could have adjusted maybe a little bit of the deadlift and maybe walked away with a 2.5 kilo total PR. But again, this isn't nationals. This isn't about placing. We just kind of went for what we were looking for. We kind of just shot whatever we could, and just unfortunately the top end range wasn't there. And maybe that's because of a cut, or maybe that's because of we went a little too heavy in the peak, and her body just wasn't recovered, in addition to cutting weight. So that's definitely something that happened, but I'm still happy to be within 98% of her best ever total with having a 6 for 9 day. I can't really complain about that. Next up, we had Bridget Tovar. She went 8 of 9 with a 17.5 kilo total PR. She actually just squatted 500 pounds for the first time in a meet and just absolutely killed that. It was really fucking cool to watch her just finally come into her own. I mean, every meet that we have done together, she's just been chipping and chipping and chipping. 4 meets in a row, 20 kilo, 15 kilo plus each meet, and just you can't really squab at that kind of progress. It's just really fucking cool to see. Next up, we had Emily Haverty, 9 for 9, 15 kilo total PR, weighed in, I think, like 2 kilos over her weight class, and had all the energy of the day, had so much room in the squat, so much room in the bench, and so much room in the deadlift. Maybe not so much room in the deadlift, but a conventional all-time PR, hit an all-time, or tied her best all-time bench PR, but a big PR in a meet for the bench, and then squat, just shit, almost had the 400. We probably could have loaded it, She didn't necessarily want to. And, at the end of the day, the way that I go about handling is I want my athlete to feel 100% confident in what we do. And if she wasn't 100% confident, I'm going to go with the number that she does feel, because that's where we're going to execute. If there's any hesitation, I don't want there to be that hesitation. And if it's something where they don't want to know and I make that decision, I always put. Next up, we had Victoire Cothard, and she went 8 for 9 with a 20 kilo total PR. And again, if you remember, you've been following along the bull time, she just competed at the Arnold in February/March and absolutely had a great meet there. And in addition to that, we just had a great meet here in New York Primetime, another 20 kilo PR. She's deadlifting in the 560s. That's just fucking cool. There's not much negative to say about that. It's just keeping our head down and keep working. We're in the 615 total range now, so just a really cool day to see her kind of have everything come together at once, and that's really, really, really cool. Last up for this meet, we had Zoe Kendrick, 8 for 9, 2.5 kilos less than her best. We did end up hitting a squat PR. We did match second best bench in a meet. We just fell forward on the last deadlift. Actually, I thought all of her deadlifts moved extremely well. They were just a little forward on the day. We didn't wedge as well. Her chest was a little too far forward and just fell forward. Shit happens. Like it's a little technical position. It doesn't mean that the strength wasn't there. It would have been nice for a 10 kilo total PR. It would have been nice for, those things to happen, but it didn't. And I think we made all of the right calls. We've actually post-meet, we've done such a good job of communicating about what she needs out of me, what she needs more of, how she feels, and how we can come up with a good plan and execute that plan and get everything to move, and that's between figuring out specific accessories to do, figuring out what tactics are going to work best for her, whether that's paying attention to hormones, paying attention to food, paying attention to what she feels good, all those little intricate details, and that's taking it one step further. Not that any athlete can't do that, but they have to communicate that, right? If I don't know what I don't know. And if you guys are feeling like you need more of that, you just got to communicate that. I want you to be able to have that ability to communicate those things with me, so that way we can just have like a great open communication log of like how we're going to keep things progressing. So I want to make sure that I emulate that. What Zoe has done post-meet has been absolutely phenomenal about being able to communicate about what she needs, where she's at, how she's feeling, and being even more intricate about the training because of it. So that concludes New York Primetime. We had one more meet. We had a national level meet. We went down to Powerlifting America Junior Nationals down in Austin, Texas. This definitely wasn't the day that Asha and I had in mind. I think we were definitely looking to pack our bags to go to Malta, and unfortunately that didn't happen. We had a great meet outside of the squat. For those of you who don't know, we didn't conclude a squat. We didn't squat low enough. Regardless if I agree with the judges' calls or not, it doesn't matter. We bombed out. We bombed out on squats, and it wasn't due to strength. It was just due to not squatting low enough. And all we're going to do is just learn from this and come back and get fucking stronger. That's all there is to it. I mean, you learn from your mistakes, you take all the right steps to become better, and that's what you're looking to do. And that's what we're going to do with her. We're going to come back, and we're going to come back stronger than fucking ever, and we're going to hit the big-ass totals that we know that we're capable of in a meet. Everything else came to fruition. Everything else came like it was supposed to, and the game plan executed extremely well after. We just didn't get to execute a squat. And now we're taking the right steps and making sure even more so that we make sure that doesn't happen again. And we will. I 100% know we will. So that concludes May. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for a lot of rambling. I had a lot on my mind. So, and no, that's not caffeine. We'll talk to you guys soon.